On 4, for the first time since the death of radio talk show host Phil Valentine, his brother is sitting down with us. He spoke exclusively with our Danielle Jackson about Phil's legacy and what message he wants others to learn from the tragedy.
Phil's brother Mark told me today's broadcast here at WTN will be dedicated to Phil. He's planning to speak during the time that his brother typically would, and he's hoping listeners will learn from Phil's passing.
We're holding up. You know, it is hard to process losing your best friend and your brother all on the same day.
It's not the outcome Mark Valentine says he expected after losing his brother Phil Valentine, a longtime Nashville conservative radio host. He passed away from complications from COVID-19 Saturday.
What was your last conversation with Phil like?
He said, look, man, I've lived the life of 10 men. He said, I've done everything that you could imagine.
Phil tested positive for COVID-19 in mid-July. He thought he would recover and get back to work, but things quickly changed. He was hospitalized, placed on a ventilator, and died almost a month later.
And I told my wife, I said, you know, for a second I was getting ready to dial his number, but I couldn't.
Valentine was a skeptic of the vaccine, but after his hospitalization, his brother Mark told us he regretted not getting the shot.
Do you wish he would have followed more of the science and encouraged listeners?
Well, the problem is, Danielle, is the science is all over the place. That's what I was just saying. You know, now that we have empirical evidence, now we have enough vaccines and we have this resurgence of COVID, we can measure what's going on in the emergency rooms and the COVID facilities around the country, and you can get a more definitive, clearly focused number for people to look at.
Mark even decided himself to get the vaccine after his brother's prognosis, and so did many of Phil's listeners.
This is a frontline nurse who told me, you know, I went and got the vaccine, and solely because of what happened here.
Mark is hoping this terrible situation will turn into a positive one for thousands of others.
And this isn't something that usually happens, but Phil got it wrong. He just did. And, you know, if we had it to do over again, we wouldn't be in this situation. And so, you know, everybody can't be right all the time.
Mark says he wants his brother passing to be the reasons others get vaccinated. He says he doesn't want any other families to go through this pain. Now the family is planning a private burial ceremony for this weekend. In Nashville, I'm Danielle Jackson, News 4 Nashville.
And you can find all of our updates on the coronavirus pandemic on WSMV.com and on the free News 4 app.